Good, I'm glad you're still here. Can I hitch a ride over to the courthouse? I want to talk to you about something.
Sure, Carmen and I would appreciate the company.
Great.
Good morning. Hi, Daddy.
Morning, baby.
How'd you sleep?
We didn't sleep very well. How about you?
I had enough, thanks. Okay.
Well, this whole thing stinks. That's all I can tell you. Never should have come to this.
Daddy, don't.
Sorry, baby.
No, I just think we ought to get going.
All right, Limo's outside waiting. You're welcome to join us if you'd like.
Thanks, but I think we'll just go with Eden in the van.
No need for that. There's plenty of room in the limo.
No, I'd rather drive.
Why?
Well, I just think it's better, that's all.
Well, I would think at times like this we should all be...
Honey, is there some reason you don't want to go with us?
I love you both very much, and I'm trying to keep my spirits up, and I just don't think that you would be helping me.
She's right.
I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to face the reality of the situation. I don't think we're going to hear very good news in court, darling. Unless you know something more than I do.
No, I don't. But Cruz needs me to be strong right now, and strong for him through whatever happens, and he needs for me to believe in him, Daddy.
We believe in him. Cruz hasn't failed us, honey. The system has failed him.
I'm afraid for him. I can't help it. I'm afraid of what they might do to him.
When we get to the courthouse today, we just have to show him all the love and respect that we have for him. He'll know that we're there for him. He'll be okay.
Time to change your mind, dude.
I'm staying, Alex.
What the hell are you doing here? Have you not done enough damage to my family?
This trial took place because somebody killed my daughter. And yet I still testified on behalf of your daughter's fiancé. I don't think I have to justify my right to be here.
You're never going to convince us that you did it for Cruz.
Tell me, Sophia, you know me so well. What are my motives?
Probably money.
Or to help Mason with his case.
You don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you leave her alone?
You're a fool. You should know better. If you want to help her, why don't you get her out of town?
Oh, no, Cece. You can't drive or wish me away. My two sons are here, my grandchild, and my soon-to-be daughter-in-law. My home is now here in Santa Barbara. Excuse us.
It won't be here for long, I'll tell you that.
Well, just be careful, whatever you do, because I don't want it to turn Kelly against us.
I will be careful, but she's going to leave, I promise you.
What do you think of the two of them together?
They deserve each other.
I wonder why they never married all those years ago when they had a child together.
I don't know. I don't think we should be even talking about that right now anyway. Why don't we go inside?
I'm afraid to go inside.
I know, darling. I know. I don't expect leniency from that judge. I tell you one thing. Our daughter has incredible faith.
She's got to have it. If she doesn't have it, she'll fall apart.
Eden? Where's Eden? She's not with you?
She must be inside already. I took Carmen over to the church nearby to light a candle for Cruz.
Yeah, I'm living for myself, too. Afraid I'd be strong.
Hey, you are. You're strong just like he is.
Come on, come inside. I just spoke to the governor. I asked him to consider granting Cruz an executive pardon.
What do you think the chances are?
I don't know. I can't read him. He plays everything close to the vest.
And if he doesn't do it?
I have some favors due me in Washington. I'll use every one of them up if I have to get him out.
There has to be someone out there who has faith in Cruz.
But even if I do get him out, he's going to have a shadow over him until Elena's real murderer is found.
The police aren't even looking anymore.
No, and I have the feeling Cruz may be the only one who can track down the killer. And until then, he's going to be branded a murderer. Cruz cannot try to escape in the middle of Kelly's wedding. Do you understand the risk, Eden?
Eden, listen, your father called the governor this morning about a pardon.
He wouldn't help during the trial. What makes you think he's going to help now? Then what are you going to do? Call the president?
You don't think I can?
Daddy, when all your connections fall through, that's going to be about the time that Cruz is going to be out of Santa Barbara. It'll be too late. This is his only chance.
Baby, it is too dangerous.
Any plan involving Cruz's escape is going to be dangerous, but this is the only way. We have thought it out very carefully to minimize any danger.
Who's supposed to coordinate this whole plot, huh?
Kane.
Oh, that's terrific. We're going to use Kane to do. You sure you can trust the man now, right?
Daddy, he has risked his life for this family. He is willing to go to jail to help Cruz. He is a good man and a good friend.
Have you told anyone else about this?
No, but I'm going to tell Kelly.
Eden, do not tell Kelly.
Mom, it's her wedding. I know she'll understand. And
Kelly
she's got it right.
will do anything for you and Cruz, including giving up the most important day of her life for your plan. But if you go through with this, she'll understand, but don't ruin her anticipation. And if you tell her, she'll feel that she has to tell Jeffrey. Jeffrey will tell his mother, and we can't have that. For God's sake, don't include Kelly.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I won't tell her.
That was the governor. He turned down my request.
Well, that settles it.
No, it doesn't. No,
Mama,
it's too dangerous.
I am not going to let him get sent to prison. Do you know what happens to ex-cops when they go to prison? And he won't need an appeal because by the time he gets it, he'll be dead.
Just give me a few more days, please.
We don't have the time. Daddy, if this family isn't going to go along with me, that's fine. But I'm going to do it anyway.
Я думала над тем, что сказала нам Иден.
About what Eden's asked us.
Look, I hate what she and Cruz are going through, but we have to stop her from trying to plot this escape.
I'm not so sure of that anymore.
Darling, don't you understand what she's talking about?
Yeah, I sure do know what she's talking about. She's talking about the man that she loves that she's afraid she's going to lose forever. Now, I hope we get him out an appeal, but it's not very realistic, and we cannot be naive about what's going to happen to him in prison.
Look, there's no way of knowing whether he's going to get
We
off.
know what the odds are, and the odds are bad, and I wouldn't take those odds if your life were in jeopardy.
Yeah, the idea of planning an escape at Kelly's wedding, that's really...
What else? Do you have an alternative? Because I've been thinking about it, and I don't.
Such a big gamble.
My darling, you've been taking gambles all your life. That's how you've built this empire, and you've had to do a few things that weren't really legal. But you did them, and you did them for the family. We have to do this for Cruz and Eden.
What about Kelly?
I just realized that maybe we wouldn't be planning this wedding for Kelly if it weren't for Cruz. When we needed his help, when she was in trouble, he didn't hesitate at all. He put everything on the line for her because he thought she was innocent. And how many times has he laid his life on the line for Eden? If she loses him, he is the only man that matters in her life. Now, she came to us for help because she thought that we would understand this is something she has to do. I'm going to help her. This family has to help her.
Of course.
Yes?
Yes, darling, of course.
Going to allow that woman to live in our house.
I'm only doing it to avoid a very damaging lawsuit, which is the last thing that this family needs right now.
What we do need is Gina living in the guest house.
Will you try to be more reasonable about this?
I'm trying to understand how your mind works. I'm going to divorce you so you can invite me back into this house and we can have a decent relationship again. Maybe I'll send you lilac-scented letters and then we can have an affair in a sleazy motel.
That's very funny. Do you have any idea what kind of legal problems we're going to have after Cruz's escape? I need another lawsuit in my life like I need a cavity.
I understand that, Cece. What I do not understand is you're making a decision of this magnitude without conferring with me again. Do I have any say in this marriage at all? You just make the decisions, and I smile and nod and say, okay, well, I've just made a decision, and I think I'll inform you of it. I will stay in our home until Kelly's wedding. But if Gina moves into the guest house, I move out! Cece?
Another lightweight wedding present. You know, the more we get closer to this, the more I want to cut off Eden's plan and stop it right in the bud.
It's too late to do it.
It is never too late to stop a potential disaster.
It's not going to be a disaster.
You want to tell me you can be so certain about that? There are 100 things that can go wrong. This is supposed to be Kelly's wedding day, a day of joy and peace. Instead, it turns out to be a setting for Cruz's escape, and Kelly knows nothing about it.
She would do anything for Cruz, and she'll understand when we tell her.
What about the guests? Are we responsible for them? Are they going to understand if one of them gets shot? No, I think we should cut the damn thing off right now.
Oh, wait. Hold it. Stop. Look,
Oh, fuck.
I understand how you feel. All right? But you have to remember that Cruz has laid his career and his life on the line for this family over and over again. He was trying to protect Eden the night Elena was shot, and when Kelly was running away, he did everything he could to help her.
I know what we owe Cruz. That's why I agreed to this dangerous proposal. It's too damn risky.
Cece, it's the only thing that's going to save him. He has been in that prison and he already was almost killed. Now, if he's sent to the state penitentiary, you know what's going to happen. If he is the one that is going to prove himself innocent, then he has to be free to do it.
You know, I'm really glad you dragged me out, because if you hadn't, I'd still be back at the house answering those phones and going crazy.
Well, we deserve some quiet time together. Look, I cannot tell you how much I loathe having that woman on our property. Did you believe that?
Probably almost as much as I do.
I don't even know if I can carry it off living this close to her, but she poisons the air. She's worse than smog.
You know what she tried to do tonight? Wangle an invitation to the wedding again. She's really pathetic.
Just had a thought. She maybe signed a contract saying she can stay in the guest house, but doesn't specify where the guest house has to be. What if I were able to remove that guest house and put it on some remote desert island or something? What are you laughing about? I'm not joking.
It's amazing, isn't it, how time can seem to go by so quickly and so slowly. I mean, it seemed like I've been planning Kelly's wedding for months, and in a couple of days it's going to be over.
Let's pray that it'll really be all over. Every part of it goes well.
It has to. We have no alternative. What's the matter? Oh, please. Oh, are we going to be spared nothing?
Apparently not.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I hope you've had a pleasant dinner.
Yes, we have so far.
I'm very glad of this chance encounter, because I need to find out what time the wedding rehearsal is tomorrow.
Time doesn't concern you.
I beg your pardon?
Your presence isn't required at the rehearsal.
Jeffrey's invited her.
Jeffrey was mistaken.
I am the groom's mother, Cece.
I'm only too well aware of that. During the wedding, an usher will escort you to your seat. Surely you don't need a rehearsal for that.
What are you so frightened about, Cece, that you feel you have to humiliate her at every turn?
Oh, it's all right, Alex. It really couldn't matter less. It can't hurt me if I don't let it. The rehearsal isn't important. But God help you both if you try to keep me from my son's wedding.
Oh, there you are. Didn't know where you'd gone.
Hi, I thought I'd come out and look at the sea.
Yeah, I felt very close to you tonight. I was hoping you felt that way, too.
Closer than we'd been in a long time.
Still too far apart, though, hmm? What can I do to change that?
Be honest with me.
Look, I have been. I know how hurt you were when you found out about Pamela. I'm very sorry that happened. I didn't tell you for what I thought was a very good reason.
A good enough reason to lie to me? Over and over again. A good enough reason to shut me out? Knowing how much you hurt me and still continue to lie.
I thought it hurt you more if I told you about her. For that, I'm sorry. I really am.
You know what, my darling? I don't think you really even understand what you've done.
Well, then tell me. Would you please help me understand?
Yes,
Tell me.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, our life and our love is based on a mutual trust and a commitment to face anything, whether it's good or whether it's bad. But your commitment, yours seems to be selective. If you want to include me, you do. If you don't, you don't. And you felt very natural turning away from me. You treated me like a stranger. Well, now I feel like a stranger, and there's a lot of damage that's been done.
I love you very much. Very much. I'm sorry for what happened. And I will change it. I will.
Wait. still feel that you're holding something back from me.